You never listen. You keep delaying. Archangel Michael is warning you again. Something terrible is about to happen, but he can still block it. Only 2 minutes left. Beloved one, the heavens have opened and a sacred window of time has been revealed. The Spirit whispers that 2 minutes in eternity can shape decades upon the earth. 2 minutes in the unseen realm may determine whether blessing flows freely or whether battles intensify. This is not a message for all who listen. It is a message for the chosen, soul whose spirit has been restless, the one who has felt the weight of something approaching, yet could not name it. The angels have stirred this warning, for time is short, and the sword of Michael glows with fire, standing ready at the threshold of your destiny. Hear this clearly. The clock is not on your side, for the countdown in the Spirit has almost reached its end. You have sensed it in your sleep, you have felt it in your chest, and even in your prayers you have heard the faint echo of heaven's urgency. The window is narrow, but within it lies the power to alter everything that is set against you. Delay may open the door to unnecessary sorrow, but obedience, swift and unshaken, will secure the covering of divine protection. This message is not common. It is not for the distracted or the casual hearer. It is for the one who has been searching for confirmation in the secret places, the one who has cried silently, "Lord, speak to me now." This is that word. This is that moment. The warning was not shouted in the marketplace, but whispered to the listening spirit. Many will pass by and never hear, but you, child of light, have been chosen to receive. Still yourself. Be silent now, for heaven does not speak into chaos. The voice of Michael comes in stillness, and only those who prepare their hearts in reverence will hear. Do not allow fear to cloud your mind, for fear weakens, but faith sharpens. Obedience is the key, and hesitation is the thief. What you do with this moment will decide what follows you in the days ahead. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Beloved, hear the urgency of heaven. The hourglass of eternity is running low, and I, Michael, the warrior of the Lord, stand before you with a sword blazing in holy fire. This is no ordinary word, no casual whisper of encouragement. This is a summons, a call, a divine interruption in the very fabric of your time. The Spirit has commanded this moment, and heaven's clock strikes with intensity. In less than 2 minutes of heaven's time, a shift will occur that may shake years upon the earth. Child of God, do you feel the trembling beneath the surface of your life? Do you sense the storm clouds gathering in the unseen? It is because the Spirit has been pressing upon you, shaking your sleep, disturbing your peace, and refusing to let you stay comfortable. This urgency is not born of imagination. It is born of destiny. For an unseen storm is rising, and yet I tell you this with assurance. Though the storm gathers strength, I stand prepared to shield the chosen. This warning is not scattered among the masses. It is not poured out like water in the streets for anyone to trample. No, this word is reserved for the marked, for those sealed in divine light. The casual hearer will scroll past, blind to what heaven is announcing. But to you, the Spirit speaks. You who felt your chest tighten in recent days, you who felt your dreams unsettled, you who questioned why you felt a shadow drawing close, this message has found you because you are marked. The Father does not waste revelation on the indifferent. The stirring you feel is confirmation. This is why your sleep has been broken. This is why you sensed unusual pressure pressing against your spirit. It is heaven's interruption, a holy alarm that cannot be ignored. If you are hearing this now, it is because eternity is reaching into your time, summoning you to prepare. Do not dismiss the weight of this countdown. 2 minutes in heaven's realm may look like mere breath in the natural, but in that breath, lifetimes are redirected. Do not confuse delay with safety, nor mistake silence for absence. For in this moment, the unseen realm is bracing itself, and you are being positioned under divine covering. I call upon you now to still your racing thoughts. I invoke the power of the Most High to guard you. I summon your spirit to awaken, to hear beyond human words, to feel beyond human senses. This is no ordinary hour. The countdown is already underway. You cannot wait for the crowd to move, for this is not their message. It is yours. Lift your eyes, child of heaven. See the flames of the sword I carry. Hear the thunder in the distance. The atmosphere is shifting because heaven is shifting. You are being called into alignment, into obedience, into readiness. I do not speak to frighten you. I speak to prepare you. Fear belongs to the enemy, but faith belongs to the chosen. The urgency is great, the time is short, but the protection is sure. The fire that surrounds me now surrounds you. The covering that shields me will shield you. And as you hear this word, know this: you are not abandoned, you are not exposed, and you are not overlooked. You are hidden under the wings of divine command, and no darkness can break the seal of God upon your life. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1414 is now released over you. Child of light, you must understand, not all who surround you walk in truth. There are eyes that have been watching, not to celebrate your rising, but to measure your steps, to trace your movements, to question in silence what heaven has ordained over your life. There are hidden watchers, clothed in smiles but carrying shadows within their hearts. They greet you with friendly words, but their spirit wrestles with jealousy and unspoken questions. You have felt this. You have sensed it. You could not put words to it, but your soul already knew. This is why your spirit has been unsettled. The unease you have carried is not confusion of the flesh, but discernment of the spirit. You walk into a room and sense a tension, though no words are spoken. You share your victories, and behind the applause, you feel the silence of unspoken resistance. Hear me now. They do not know the whole story. They know fragments, glimpses, whispers of your journey, but heaven has veiled the fullness from their eyes. What God has concealed cannot be stolen by those who carry questions in the dark. Yet I warn you, beloved, betrayal is a shadow that often hides behind smiles. They nod as if they are with you, but in the hidden chambers of their hearts, they weigh their own motives. You are not imagining this unrest. You are not paranoid. The Spirit has been alerting you, stirring you, causing your peace to be disrupted. For heaven wanted you to see, not all who surround you are standing with you. But do not fear. This disruption is not to drive you into despair. It is to awaken your vigilance. The Lord has hidden your greater plans in mystery. They may think they know your next move, but they cannot see what has been written in heaven's scroll. They may attempt to trace your steps, but the hand of God has already shifted the path beneath your feet. Their curiosity is strong, but heaven has sealed your destiny in light that no watcher in shadows can penetrate. You must guard your heart in this hour. Do not let confusion cloud your vision, for heaven has already discerned what you only now begin to perceive. This is why you felt unsettled, why your prayers carried more weight, why your discernment grew sharper in recent days. The Spirit has allowed the disruption so that you would prepare, so that you would not walk blindly into the snares of hidden watchers. Be still. Watch. Do not let your emotions betray your discernment. You must see beyond words, beyond gestures, beyond appearances. Trust the inner witness that God has placed within you. For in this mystery, you are being trained. In this disruption, you are being positioned. And though betrayal may attempt to rise, know this: the Lord Himself has hidden the most important parts of your story in places no enemy can touch. You are not to fear them. You are to discern them. And when you see with the Spirit's eyes, you will no longer waste energy on false alliances, for your focus will return to the one who secures your future. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2233 is now surrounding you. Beloved, as you hear these words of mystery and protection, remember this: each message is not merely sound, it is a seed. And seeds, when sown, multiply into harvest. Just as the word reaches you now, your support ensures it reaches countless others who are desperate for confirmation, for hope, for light in their darkness. The scriptures declare, "He who sows generously will also reap generously." This is not a verse for tomorrow. It is heaven's voice to you now. I invite you, in this holy moment, to join in the mission. When you release a gift through Super Thanks, membership, or even through the PayPal link in the description, you are not giving to a platform. You are sowing into souls, into destinies, into eternal impact. I hear the Spirit say, as you release, so shall heaven release. Your seed will not return empty. It will return as oil, as fire, as protection, as increase. Do not hesitate. Do not wait for another to step forward. This is your moment to unlock a greater portion. Give now, and watch the rivers of provision flow back into your life. Beloved, you must hear this truth: the conflict surrounding you is not random. The resistance you face is not a mistake. Every arrow launched against you, every whisper raised against your name, every closed door and delayed answer, it has not appeared by accident. It has been permitted, orchestrated, and framed by heaven itself. What feels like opposition is not punishment, but proof. Proof that you carry something greater than those who rise against you can endure. Proof that your calling has stirred the unseen realm, and because of your light, the shadows have been forced to respond. Child of destiny, listen with clarity. Attacks do not come because you are weak. They come because you are chosen. They come because you are marked. They come because the seal of heaven rests on your life. If you were ordinary, the opposition would not waste its time. But because you are extraordinary in the Spirit, the adversary trembles and sends distractions, resistance, and conflict. What you are facing is not the evidence of your downfall. It is the evidence of your rising. The Lord has not abandoned you to chaos. No, He has allowed this storm so that you may be tested, refined, and strengthened. Your reactions in this moment will shape spiritual outcomes far greater than you realize. Every word you speak, every silence you hold, every thought you entertain, heaven is watching. Do not think your struggles go unnoticed. The heavenly realm leans in now, watching how you will walk, how you will choose, how you will respond. Understand this: while you stand on earth, Michael fights in the unseen realm. Even now, I draw my sword against the forces that plot your downfall. Even now, angelic hosts rally on your behalf, surrounding your name, surrounding your steps, surrounding your destiny. You are not walking through this conflict alone. You are standing inside a war that heaven has already entered for you. What seems like silence from above is not neglect. It is strategy. What feels like delay is not abandonment. It is positioning. This conflict has a frame, a boundary set by the hand of God. The enemy is permitted to push, but not to prevail. He is allowed to threaten, but not to destroy. For the Lord has placed limits upon the attack, and he has whispered to the adversary the same words spoken long ago. Thus far you may come, but no further. Do you see now? What was meant to break you has become the very stage upon which heaven will display your endurance, your faith, and your unwavering trust. Lift your head, child of the Most High. The pressure does not define you. It reveals you. The conflict is not your end. It is your refining fire. You are being forged, not forgot. You are being strengthened, not abandoned. You are being prepared for what lies beyond this present storm. When the dust clears, it will not be your enemies who stand in victory. It will be you, clothed in the armor of faith, standing stronger than before. And as Michael fights for you in realms unseen, so you must stand firm in faith on earth. Heaven fights with you, but heaven also watches you. Rise above the noise. Refuse the bait of anger. Resist the urge to answer in the flesh. Every moment of restraint is a strike in the spirit. Every prayer whispered in stillness is an arrow loosed against the adversary. You are not losing ground. You are gaining it. For even in the midst of conflict, heaven has already declared your outcome. Victory. Type "I claim victory" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1777 now covers you. Hear me, beloved, for this is the hour of urgency. The Spirit of God reveals that there is movement forming in the shadows, a plan being whispered, a scheme taking shape even now. Someone, unseen by you, but exposed before heaven, is preparing to stir conflict against you. It will not come as an open declaration at first. It will come quietly, softly, like smoke slipping under a door. It may be words spoken in hidden corners. It may be a confrontation designed to catch you unguarded. It may be a subtle strike intended to unsettle your heart. But I tell you this with the authority of heaven. What is whispered in darkness will attempt to manifest in the light within 72 hours. The atmosphere is heavy because the clash is near. You have felt this weight pressing on your spirit, the sense that something was rising though you could not name it. It is the pressure of unseen forces colliding, preparing to break through into the realm of the visible. Do not dismiss this unease. Do not ignore what your spirit already knows. The heavens do not stir without reason. The trembling you feel is confirmation that a confrontation is being prepared against you. That hear the word of Michael, though the adversary conspires, though the watchers whisper, though the enemy sharpens his tongue like a sword, the hand of the Lord has already drawn a line. The attack may attempt to rise, but it cannot prosper. The plan may move forward, but it cannot prevail. Heaven has already set limits on what the adversary may do. This is why I urge you, your next choice matters. How you respond in these crucial hours will decide whether heaven blocks it swiftly or whether the battle lingers longer than it must. Do not answer recklessly. Do not step into the trap of fleshly reaction. For even now, the adversary hopes to bait you, to provoke you into stepping outside the covering of obedience. If you fight in your own strength, the scheme will grow. But if you remain aligned with heaven's instruction, if you choose silence when silence is holy, if you choose prayer when anger tempts you, then the sword of Michael will fall swiftly, cutting off the plans of your adversary before they take root. Beloved, I must warn you again, the danger is real, but the protection is greater. The enemy's whispers are growing louder because he senses the breakthrough on the horizon. The closer you come to your appointed season, the louder the resistance becomes. Do not be surprised when the pressure increases. It is the sign that your moment of release is near. The storm rises not because you are weak, but because you are stepping into strength. Within the next 72 hours, you may feel words sharpened against you. You may see faces change or circumstances shift suddenly. Do not panic. Do not fear. Do not be dismayed. The sword of heaven is already drawn, and Michael stands ready to block what you cannot. Your responsibility is to remain under covering, to hold fast to your faith, and to trust that heaven's timing is perfect. What the enemy intends as disruption, heaven will use as redirection. What the adversary designs as harm, heaven will turn into proof of your endurance. The weight you feel is not your destruction, it is your confirmation. You are standing in the doorway of something greater, and that is why opposition rises. Stand firm, remain vigilant, and remember, though something terrible attempts to rise, it cannot break through the shield of heaven that surrounds you. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3555 is now covering you. Beloved child, the danger of this hour is not the storm itself. It is the temptation to respond in your own strength. I, Michael, tell you this with the authority of heaven. You are not called to fight this battle in the flesh. You are not required to trade words for words, blow for blow, insult for insult. No, heaven has already moved for you. The sword has already been lifted on your behalf. You are not to descend into the trap the adversary has set. Instead, you are to stand still, remain watchful, and trust that heaven has gone before you. Do not let your heart be quick to anger. Do not let your lips release words that will linger in the air like open wounds. This is a season of silence, for silence confuses the adversary. When they expect you to lash out, your silence will disarm them. When they expect you to defend yourself, your stillness will testify of a power they cannot explain. When you choose restraint, heaven chooses vengeance. And make no mistake, the one who fights for you does not lose. Be prayerful. Guard the gates of your mind. Guard the atmosphere of your spirit. When pressure rises, turn your heart upward. When confusion tries to pull you downward, lift your eyes to the throne. Every whispered prayer is an arrow loosed in the spirit. Every tear you have cried is water that has already been measured in heaven's bowls. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is ignored. The prayers you lift in this hour will become the very shield that blocks what you cannot see. Hear me, beloved. The adversary wants you exposed, uncovered, entangled in battles that weaken your spirit. But you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not left to fend for yourself. You are shielded by fire. You are surrounded by light. You are guarded by the armies of heaven. What flesh cannot withstand, I, Michael, will block. What words cannot silence, my sword will cut off. What seems too heavy for you is already lifted by the strength of the Lord. Let not your heart be troubled by the noise of the enemy. They may raise their voices, but their power is limited. They may form their plans, but their reach is restrained. Heaven has placed a hedge about you, and no force of darkness can penetrate what the Lord has sealed. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Your stillness is strategy. Do not mistake restraint for surrender. Your quietness is power. You are hidden, beloved. hidden in the cleft of the rock, hidden under the shadow of the Almighty, hidden beneath the covering of angelic wings. And though the storm rages, it cannot find you. Though the arrows fly, they cannot pierce you. Though the adversary prowls, he cannot touch the one who is sealed in divine light. So hear me once more. Remain quiet, remain prayerful, remain still. You need not fight in the flesh. This battle belongs to the Lord, and the Lord does not fail. The more you rest, the more heaven moves. The more you surrender, the more I strike. The more you stay in the place of obedience, the faster this conflict is cut short. Lift your head and take courage. For though you may feel pressed on every side, you are not crushed. Though you may feel surrounded, you are not defeated. You are guarded, chosen, sealed, and protected. Let your soul be at peace, for heaven is working, even now. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4664 is now activated over your life. Beloved, hear me now. You are not fragile. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a victim of circumstance, and you are not a prisoner of the storm. You are being forged. Every tear you cried has been fire. Every trial you endured has been flame. And through it all, the hand of the Lord has not abandoned you, but has shaped you. What you thought was the breaking of your life has been the making of your spirit. You are not being diminished. You are being refined. Gold is not pure until it has passed through fire. Steel is not strong until it has faced pressure. And wings do not unfold until the cocoon is broken. You, child of heaven, are in your unfolding. The pain you endured has not been wasted. It has been transformation. Do you not see it yet? The very fire that was sent to consume you has instead awakened the flame within you. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not the same one who entered this season trembling. You are rising. You are stronger now. You are more focused now. You are sharper in discernment now. They thought you would collapse under pressure, but heaven knew you would rise. They assumed the weight would crush you, but heaven knew it would shape you. They saw weakness, but heaven saw strength. You must let go of the lie that you are fragile. You must release the thought that you are too broken, too weary, too unworthy. For the Spirit declares over you now, you are being forged into a vessel of power. Do you feel the stirring within? It is the sound of wings unfolding. It is the sound of a rising flame. The very pressure that tried to bury you is the soil that will push you higher. You are elevating above the traps that were laid for you. The schemes that were designed to break you are now stepping stones to lift you. You are no longer crawling in the dust of despair. You are rising with the strength of eagles. Lift your head, beloved. See yourself not as they assumed, but as heaven knows you to be. They saw your struggle, but they did not see your anointing. They measured your past, but they did not know your destiny. Heaven has etched your true name into its records, and that name is not defeated, not fragile, not abandoned. That name is victorious, chosen, and sealed in light. You are no longer bound by the labels they placed upon you. You are no longer defined by the failures of yesterday. You are stepping into your true identity, your divine design, your heavenly calling. Rise from the ashes of what tried to bury you. Rise above the whispers of those who doubted you. Rise into the fullness of who God has called you to be. For you are not fragile. You are fire. You are not weak. You are a warrior. You are not forgotten. You are favored. And though the battle has raged, the outcome is certain. You are more than a conqueror through Him who has sealed you. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5995 is now alive in your spirit. Beloved child of the Most High, listen closely, for what you thought was breaking you was never meant to end you. The Spirit reveals now that every tear, every trial, every pressure, every hidden struggle has been a doorway. You saw it as pain, but heaven saw it as preparation. You called it loss, but heaven named it unlocking. You thought you were being stripped, yet in truth, you were being positioned for what is greater. The weight you carried, the nights you questioned, the loneliness you felt, it all carried a secret assignment to bring you to the threshold of revelation. Do you not see it now? The very storm that shook your life has opened a gate to your destiny. The trial was the key that turned the lock. The breaking was the doorway to your next level. For heaven does not promote without testing, and heaven does not release without refining. You are walking into a new season, not because everything has been easy, but because you endured when everything was heavy. You held on when others let go. You pressed forward when your spirit felt tired. You chose faith even when your flesh screamed with doubt. And heaven has seen it all. Your name, beloved, is written in the records of heaven. It is not written in fading ink. It is etched in fire, sealed with light, guarded by the very hosts of heaven. Every angel knows it. Every messenger has read it. And now I tell you, your name is carried before the throne. This is why resistance has risen so strongly against you. This is why betrayals have stung so deeply. Because your destiny is not small. Your calling is not ordinary. What has been written of you cannot be erased, cannot be stolen, cannot be undone. The delay you have experienced has not been denial. It has been the weight of opposition pressing against your advancement. But hear me, that delay is ending. The Spirit of God has already prepared blessings and promotions for you. They are not being created now. They have already existed in the heavenly realm, waiting for the right time to be released. The enemy tried to hold them back, but heaven has declared a release. What was hidden is being revealed. What was resisted is being released. What was delayed is being delivered. You are stepping into the manifestation of what you have prayed for. The unanswered prayers are turning into sudden answers. The unseen victories are becoming visible breakthroughs. The hidden oil is beginning to flow openly. You thought you were walking through defeat, but you were walking through activation. You thought you were being overlooked, but you were being prepared. You thought you were being crushed, but you were being refined. And now the heavens say, "Rise, for the season of revelation has come." Do not cling to the old identity of struggle. Do not rehearse the pain of yesterday. Lift your eyes to what heaven has placed before you. For every dark night is giving birth to dawn. Every tear you sowed is producing a harvest. And every battle you fought is unveiling a blessing you could not yet see. The scroll of your destiny is being unrolled, and the next chapter begins now. Type "I receive destiny" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8844 is now released over you. Beloved, as this revelation flows into your spirit, understand this. Every word released here is more than sound. It is seed, and seed multiplies when planted. You are walking in revelation, because someone before you sowed into the spreading of God's word. Now heaven calls you to do the same. Give, and it will be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That is not a promise for another generation. It is for you in this very moment. When you release your gift, whether through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are unlocking not just resources, but rivers. Rivers that flow into nations, rivers that bring oil to dry souls, rivers that keep the word alive in the ears of those who are desperate for light. I hear heaven say, your giving is not donation, it is activation. Your act of faith becomes a prophetic act that multiplies in the unseen. Step into this holy urgency. Do not delay. Sow now, and let your seed become the proof that you are aligned with heaven's mission. As you release, so shall heavens open over you. Beloved, the hour has come for activation. You have listened, you have discerned, you have endured, but now heaven waits for your yes. Do not be deceived into thinking destiny falls into your lap without your agreement. No, heaven calls, but you must answer. Heaven presents the door, but you must step through. The scroll of your destiny has been unrolled before you, but your spirit must declare, I choose alignment, I choose obedience, I choose to walk into what has been written of me. Do you not feel the urgency pressing in your chest? This is not coincidence. This is not emotion. It is the Spirit stirring within you, awakening you to rise. For too long, the adversary has whispered lies to keep you bound in hesitation, telling you that you are not ready, that you are too broken, too flawed, too weary to carry heaven's assignment. But hear me now. The Lord does not call the qualified. He qualifies the call. And you, beloved, are called. Your destiny does not wait for perfect circumstances. Your purpose does not pause for your fear to subside. The fire of heaven moves now, and heaven says, rise. Rise in prayer, rise in purpose, rise in faith. Heaven does not wait on the slow obedience of man. Heaven advances with the willing. The Spirit cries out for you to step forward, to declare with your own lips that you are aligned, that you are surrendered, that you are chosen for such a time as this. Lift your voice and make your declaration. Say it boldly, I am chosen. I am ready. I align with my destiny. I will not shrink back. I will not delay. I will not allow hesitation to steal what heaven has prepared. For as you speak it, heaven hears it. Angels move at the sound of your agreement. The unseen realm shifts when your spirit comes into alignment with the will of the Father. Do not underestimate the power of your declaration. When you say yes, doors begin to open. When you say yes, chains begin to break. When you say yes, the adversary loses legal ground against you. Your obedience is the key that unlocks what has been stored for you. The longer you wait, the heavier the resistance feels. But the moment you step forward, resistance begins to bow. Beloved, this is why you have been pressed so fiercely. The enemy knows your yes is dangerous. He fears the moment you decide to align, for he knows that one act of obedience can destroy years of his delay. He trembles because he knows that when you step into your calling, his grip over your family, your future, and your destiny shatters. That is why he fights so hard. That is why he whispers hesitation. But you must silence him now with a roar of faith. Heaven is waiting. Michael stands ready. The hosts of angels are aligned. The throne of God leans forward, and all of creation watches for your answer. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are standing at the threshold of your future, and your yes is the key. So declare it now. I will rise. I will walk. I will obey. I will not miss my moment. I step into my destiny. For the time is short, the hour is urgent, and heaven has already prepared the way. Type ISAYYS in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9191 is now activated over you. Beloved child, open your heart and hear this truth. What your eyes cannot see, heaven is already orchestrating. While you wonder if your prayers have been heard, the Spirit reveals that angels are negotiating, restoring, and shifting things on your behalf. There is a silent exchange happening in the realm beyond your sight. Heaven is trading back what was stolen, recovering what was lost, and placing into your hands what was always ordained for you. Do not mistake silence for inactivity. In the quiet of your waiting, heaven has been moving swiftly. There are moments when your spirit feels restless, though your mind cannot explain why. You toss in your sleep, your heart races for no reason, and your atmosphere feels charged. This is not anxiety, it is sensitivity. Your spirit has sensed the movement of heaven before your mind could understand it. You feel the tremors of divine negotiation as angels move pieces into place. What was taken unlawfully is being returned lawfully. What the enemy seized in arrogance is being restored by the decree of the Most High. Hear this with clarity. While you wept, heaven recorded every tear. While you waited, heaven counted every sigh. While you cried out, Lord, do you see me? The heavens replied with silence, not because they ignored you, but because they were already working. Silence in the Spirit is not absence. It is activity beyond your comprehension. The Father did not leave you in stillness to suffer. He left you in stillness so the exchange could be completed. Even now, treasures are being moved back into your possession. Relationships the enemy tried to corrupt are being purified. Opportunities that were blocked are being reopened. Doors that seemed closed forever are creaking with the sound of heaven's hand turning the hinges. The enemy thought he had stole your future, but heaven has declared restoration. The adversary thought he had silenced your purpose, but heaven has decreed activation. Child of light, your destiny has not diminished. Nothing is lost when it is surrendered to God. What seemed wasted is now being returned in greater measure. The Lord is not handing you back scraps. He is releasing double for your trouble. You will see restoration, not in fragments, but in fullness. You will taste recovery, not in small pieces, but in abundance. The silent exchange of heaven guarantees it. I, Michael, stand as witness to this exchange. I see contracts being torn apart in the Spirit. I see chains falling off places you never even knew were bound. I see angels delivering scrolls of new assignments into the earth. And I see your name etched upon them, sealed with fire. You may not feel it in your flesh yet, but your spirit already knows it. That restlessness you carry is heaven whispering, it is already done. Beloved, nothing you thought was wasted has been lost. Nothing you thought slipped through your hands has disappeared. It has only been placed in the vault of heaven, waiting for the appointed hour of release. And that hour is drawing near. Stand still, remain faithful, for you are about to step into the manifestation of what has been silently exchanged in your favor. Type I am restored in the comments if you received this message. Blessing code 7272 is now released over you. Beloved, hear the decree of the Lord through my voice. Justice has risen on your behalf. The scales that seemed uneven, the betrayals that pierced you, the losses that wounded you, they are now standing before the courtroom of heaven. For the judge of all creation has declared that enough is enough. What was meant to harm you will not remain unchallenged. What was stolen from you will not remain in the enemy's hands. The time of reversal has come. Child of God, I tell you this with certainty. The very arrows that were sent against you are returning to their sender. The traps that were dug for you are collapsing under the feet of those who built them. The lies that were spoken to damage your reputation will now expose the ones who spread them. This is not revenge born of flesh. This is justice born of heaven. For the Lord himself has declared, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay." And now the repayment has begun. Every tear you cried became a testimony in heaven's courts. Every injustice you endured without retaliation became a seed planted for your restoration. Heaven has recorded it all. None of it has been overlooked. None of it has been forgotten. And now the divine reversal begins. Loss turns into gain. Shame turns into honor. Betrayal becomes the stage for promotion. The very things that tried to break you will become proof of your endurance, proof of your anointing, proof that heaven's seal has always been upon you. Do not be surprised when doors suddenly open that no man can shut. Do not be shocked when those who mocked you watch as you are elevated. For this is not your doing, it is the Lord's justice. Heaven has balanced the scales, and the outcome is already written. You will walk in restoration, and you will rise in honor. The tables have turned, and the adversary cannot stop what has been decreed. Beloved, divine reversal is not only about your circumstances. It is about your identity. The enemy tried to label you with defeat, but heaven calls you victorious. The adversary tried to mark you with shame, but heaven clothes you in glory. You are not the broken one. You are the chosen one. You are not the forgotten one. You are the appointed one. And every setback you endured was secretly a setup for what is unfolding now. The Spirit shows me this clearly. Unseen forces are laboring for your victory. Angels are removing obstacles that were planted to delay you. Chains that were wrapped around your opportunities are snapping in the Spirit. What seemed permanently lost is being placed back into your hands, multiplied and magnified. What looked like the end of a chapter is being rewritten as the beginning of a greater story. Take courage, for justice is not coming. Justice has arrived. Divine reversal is not promised for tomorrow. It has already begun today. The power of heaven's decree has shifted your atmosphere. You may still see remnants of opposition, but know this: the foundation of the enemy's plan has been shattered. The reversal is irreversible. The restoration is undeniable. The justice is unshakable. Lift your head and walk in confidence, for the Lord has spoken, and his word cannot fail. What was meant for your harm has become the fuel for your rising. What was meant to bury you has become the soil of your growth. And what the adversary declared as your defeat is being rewritten as your testimony of victory. Type divine justice in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8181 is now activated over your life. Beloved child of the Eternal, the warning has been delivered, the battle has been revealed, and the covering has been secured. You have heard the voice of Michael declaring urgency, reminding you A time in the spirit is more powerful than decades in the natural. You have been awakened to see the watchers, the conflict, the betrayal, the heaviness, and yet through it all, the shield of heaven has never left you. This moment was not designed to frighten you. It was designed to prepare you. For now you know, the storm cannot break you, the enemy cannot steal you, and destiny cannot be denied. You stand in the light of divine protection. You are sealed in the covering of the Almighty. The same sort of fire that guards heaven's throne now stands at the gate of your life. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment will be condemned. You are hidden beneath the wings of the Most High, and the adversary cannot touch what God has sealed. Beloved, rise in confidence. Walk in assurance. For you are not forgotten, you are not weak, you are not defeated. You are seen, shielded, and sent. The whispers of betrayal cannot cancel the decree of heaven. The delays of the enemy cannot erase your appointment with destiny. The warnings were given so that you would be prepared, so that you would not fear when the storm appeared. And now that you are awake, you cannot be shaken. Take this final blessing with you. May the light of heaven surround you. May the fire of Michael guard you. May the hand of the Almighty guide you. And may the voice of the Spirit continue to awaken you. You are chosen. You are covered. You are victorious. Walk boldly now into your calling, for the time is short. The assignment is great, and heaven has already gone before you. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9999 is now active over your destiny. Beloved, as this final blessing rests upon your spirit, let me speak a holy truth to you. The word you receive today is not just for you. It is a fire meant to spread. Each time you stand with this mission, you are not supporting a platform. You are fueling a movement of light in a world drowning in darkness. Heaven says, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. And as you refresh the work of God, so shall rivers of refreshment flow into your life. This is not a suggestion. It is a divine invitation. You can step into this moment through Super Thanks, by joining as a channel member, or by sowing directly through the PayPal link in the description. Your gift is not a donation. It is a prophetic act, a seed that guarantees harvest. As you release, you align with the very revelation you just received. What you pour out will return multiplied. Do not wait. Do not hold back. This is your opportunity to join the flow of heaven. Release now, and may every seed you sow open doors no man can shut.